Hi, everyone. It is Wednesday, September 17th, 9:20 at night. I was here at 9:20. My archery kids are talking nonstop in the chat, and I'm trying to, like, get them to go to sleep. Um, Anyways, we're playing Dead by Daylight. Welcome to the chat room. Only visible to me. Oh wait, never mind, I'm reading something else. Hi, Anthony. Oh, it's my affiliate anniversary! Right. That's crazy. I've been earning money through my streams for like 2 years in a row now. I'm just trying to keep up with my kids. Holy shit. They're talking about Homecoming, because that's coming up next month. I'm still here. Hold on. I'm trying to stream. Anyways, hi Monica. Welcome. Sorry. My archery kids have been talking nonstop in the chat. Yay, yeah. Happy affiliate anniversary. I'm still at 92 followers, which is fine. Fame actually scares me. Because then I think I'll be cancelled for a lot of the things I want to say. But it can't be as bad as other people. Go get that money. What money? A majority of my money has been from you. Which I appreciate. But, you know. I'm doing this, I don't know. I don't know why I'm still streaming. I think it's because there's like... I mean, there's you guys. And then there's like... a handful... Hi, Cole. And there's like a handful of other people that I guess rely on my streams for company. And I'm like, why deny people that? Like, if my streams make a difference in like 1-2 people's lives, then why not, you know? I mean, Anthony's here because he has no other choice, but anyways, I'm just gonna start a game. I'm gonna start loading into a match. I told my archery kids to go to sleep and do their homework and stuff, so no more 2v8, so we've just been doing the regular 1v4 game mode. We're playing as Leon. If anyone wants me to play a certain character, you can let me know. Or if there's any perks you want me to do. I mean, what happened on Monday was that we went through all of Leon's cosmetics. I mean, how I usually, ever since I finished my perk challenge, it's like, I just play a minimum of 5. What do you mean, do it again? Go through all of Leon's cosmetics again. I mean, why not? If no one's arguing with that, I'm not arguing with that. I mean, there's nothing better for me to do, right? I'm not going back and covering the perks I didn't cover. All the cosmetics. All of Leon's cosmetics. Okay, we're gonna start with, like, clean rookie Leon. And then we're gonna go to Bloody Leon, then Resident Evil 4, then, Vendetta, then... I call him Fancy Leon. And Carlos. But Cole wants me to use Nicolas Cage. Start with Carlos. How about I start with Nicolas Cage, and then I go from Carlos and work myself up to Clean Leon? How's that sound? We called the request Nicolas Cage, and, you know... let's see, where is he? Siri, Oh, now you guys are saying different. Okay, so Nicolas Cage, and I'm gonna end it with Leon. So everyone gets one request. So Monica wants all the Leons. Cole said Nicolas Cage, and Anthony said Siri. Okay, I think I'm good for the night. I just need to come up with a build. I don't have any RPD badges on him, which is sad. Let's see. I don't have a lot. I'm gonna put this in just to hope that I end up on the Freddy Fazbear's map. Let's see. I need a build. I need to come up with my build very quickly. Let's see, what's the last one? Unbreakable? I think so. Okay, yeah, whatever. Malka says you don't have to do all of them if you don't want to. I just didn't see anyone else saying anything. No, that's completely fair. No one else was saying anything. Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna start with Leon. I'm sorry. Someone asked about September 30th, 1998. It's a day I'll never forget. I'm sorry, chat. I give into pressure too easily. So I had my chat saying one thing, and then I had my pre-game chat saying another thing. Okay, after Clean Leon, for sure, I will start with Nicolas Cage. Someone remind me to go on anonymous mode, so no one asks about my gamer tag. What do you mean, good morning? You were just saying good night on the chat. SMH. Y'all were unhinged for the past 3 hours. I could not get anything done. It was a quick... Okay. Anyways. Okay, so what am I doing? Right, I'm playing as Leon, because someone on the pre-game chat lobby asked about my gamer tag, which is September 30th, 1998, and that's, like, Leon's opening monologue in the Resident Evil 4 remake. So after this Leon, then I'll be Nicolas Cage, and then Siri, and then we're gonna hop back onto Leon. I just need a goal. I need some type of direction each night for my Dead by Daylight streams, because I'm literally not doing anything else. I'm not doing any perks. I'm just here to ramble. At this point, like, my streams is just me vlogging, I guess. Because I go on here and I ramble about my life, and then somehow you guys either validate me, reaffirm my actions, or fall asleep. Also, that just reinforces the nitrous game. Oh, we are at Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria! Holy shit, let's fucking go! It's just like Horror Nights, right, Anthony? But yeah, nitrous oxide. Like, I either force you to laugh, or you fall asleep. Oh my gosh, it's just like the Halloween Horror Nights. Holy shit! Why is it always pizza? Because pizza's such a versatile food. You can never go wrong with what you put on pizza. I am an advocate for pineapple on pizza. Like, it's just a fucking topping. Y'all need to calm down. Anthony says that FNAF pizza was amazing. That overpriced $15 pepperoni pizza. You don't buy it for the food, you buy it for the box. So I was seeing people throw away the boxes, and it was breaking my heart. Monica says she loves pizza, she wants pizza, and pizza follows her. I agree. And there's nothing wrong with that. I remember... Oh, shit! I'm not here. No way she lost me. No way. I'm sticking around this area. I want to see the animatronic show. Cole says, what's the Nicolas Cage FNAF ripoff movie called? The what? Willie's one. Okay, I don't know. I need that Huntress to go away. I want to see the animatronics perform on stage. And she cannot keep me from them. Justin just had pizza for dinner tonight. We can't all be lucky and fortunate. Okay. Holy shit, her aim. Huntress, go away. I want to see the animatronics perform, please. Is that too much to ask for? I mean, she can stay there if she wants. Other people are just going to... Oh, now she finally got a hit. Where is she? Where is she? Like, Huntress, please. I literally just want to watch Freddy perform on stage. That's too much to ask for. She was monitoring this area way too much. They better not complete that gen without me. They better not complete that gen without me, I fucking swear. Anthony wants to watch Willy's Wonderland. Kaylee Cohen. Oh, okay. I will give it a watch, I guess. Is it a horror movie? Because you said it's a rip-off Nicolas Cage FNAF movie. I mean, I like funny horror. No, they're gonna finish the gen! They're gonna finish the gen and Freddy's gonna perform and I'm not gonna be there. Wow. Wow. Unbelievable. I'm missing the show right now. I'm so heartbroken. Justin says that they call him well-fed. We can't all be lucky. Okay. We can't all be fortunate enough to have food. I mean, I had a veggie burger today. I want to make it very clear. I like meat. Okay, I like eating meat. But the Costco veggie burgers are still good. Freddy! Freddy, they took me away from you! Anthony says go get that protein, and he had Pokey earlier. I miss Pokey. Fucking Huntress. Shit. Use them as a shield. Okay, she's not a good Huntress. Okay, waste her time. Waste her time. I'm gonna waste her time. I know Huntress is slow. I used to play as her. Waste her time. Waste her time. She's not gonna catch up. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, there's nothing here. She better not be here, I fucking swear. Okay, I can waste her time here. Ooh. Okay, never mind. Never mind. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. Ah, nice try. I got stuck. Well, my teammates are about to pop the gen. I just hope they save me. Justin says, POV, the kid that didn't get their permission slip signed so they didn't get to go on the field trip. What are we talking about? I'm sorry, I was too busy running for my life. Holy shit. If I die to this bad huntress, I'm gonna be so mad at my teammates. Monica says, I think it's more gory than scary. I mean, I watched the first Terrifier movie. And I don't know. Like, I get it. It seems like a classic, but... Anthony says, sounds like Terrifier's just filled with gore. Yeah. And Vivian says she's sorry she muted chat. I muted the chat too. Don't be sorry. They were just going off for like a good 3 hours. And I'm gonna reassure everyone in the chat that they can mute the chat. If something is important, I'm going to tag with everyone. But like, if people are just rambling, and it's a safe space, you know, anyone can talk about anything they want. It is a group chat. But like, if there's something important that I need to announce, I'm just gonna do the at everyone. So don't worry about it. Brian was being unhinged. And we have Justin here in the chat too. So don't worry. Don't worry. Let's see. I'm gonna try to rescue this teammate. No one escapes death, really? That's crazy. Okay, time to go totem hunting, I guess. Okay, there's a totem there. It was my bad for opening the gate. Oh, Cheryl, I'm trying to find the totem. I'm trying to find the glowing totem. I'm going this way. Is it the right way? Probably not, but... Oh. Okay. Okay, she better make it out. She better make it out. Oh, unfucking believable. I'm leaving. I did my part. I did my part. Okay, let's see. Amy says I do that on my Discord servers. I always mute the chat and only have notifications if they mention me. Cole asked what happened. I survived. That's what happened. The killer had NOED. The Huntress wasn't very good. But, anyways, that wasn't very Leon of me. I admit it, but I wasn't going to die to that Huntress. I opened the gate because I panicked. Okay, I'm going to go anonymous mode so I can hide my gamer tag and no one will question it. Because it activates a sleeper agent in me. Okay, we're gonna go Nicolas Cage. Okay, that's decent enough. Anthony asked, nothing, it's all good just to hear a beep beep every 2 seconds. It's crazy times. It is! It is crazy, because people don't shut up. So I muted everyone on my phone. No offense to any of you all, but I mute everyone because I constantly check my social media anyways. Like, I make my rounds. I'm like a trapped tiger in a cage. Like, I'm just circling my cage. So I'm on my phone in my room and I just circle the same apps over and over. It's very unhealthy, so I don't recommend you do that. So I mute my notifications because I check my stuff anyways. The only people I don't mute are people that I'm trying to date. And so, like, whenever I hear, also my roleplay partners, you know who you are. So, like, if I hear a buzz on my phone, I'm like, that better be a person I'm trying to date or my roleplay partner. I even mute my parents, okay? So don't feel offended. But I just constantly check everything. But, like, if there's someone I'm very interested in talking to, like someone I'm dating, or my roleplay partner replying to something, I'm like, I want to see that shit right away. So, and y'all, like, we're reaching a point in our lives where we have to stop feeling obligated to other people. Like, you know, you have responsibilities, you know? Like, me as an archery coach, you know, I have to monitor my kids. I have to communicate announcements, right? But if my kids are just talking about homecoming, I can mute that, because that doesn't involve me. And I feel like if it's important, they would let me know. But, like, you don't have to listen to people you don't want to. And I realized that doom scrolling, I'm not obligated to doom scroll. Don't let people, okay, I'm talking to everyone in this chat. Don't let people guilt trip you for not wanting to stay constantly informed about world events, because it is stressful and draining and exhausting. And, like, you already know the world sucks. Why do you need confirmation of that? So if it's better for your mental health to just take a step back and detox from news and current events and just focus on funny videos or cute animal videos, then fucking do that. Don't let people say, oh, you're not keeping up with this, therefore you don't care. No, I'm fucking drained. And so, like, I think this is why I like Andy Black so much. Yeah, let me ramble about this guy. The thing about Andy is that he just does whatever the fuck he wants. His motto in life just seems to be, fuck what everyone else thinks about you. As long as you're not a shitty-ass person bullying others. Do what makes you happy and be true to yourself and fuck what everyone else thinks. Like, why do you need to force yourself to be something? Like, I'm an archery coach, and I'm a volunteer archery coach. There's nothing legally binding me to what I am doing. I am forcing myself to be there, but it's because I care about my kids, so that's a me problem. If I'm complaining about coaching archery, then that's a me problem. But I care about the kids, so no one can, you know, influence my decision on whether I stay or I go. But then, I'm just rambling now. So it's like, there's just so much shitty things going on, and I believe my therapist and I established there is nothing wrong with trying to make life even 1% better for yourself. So, like, if there's stuff that you can't really avoid, like you're stuck sitting next to an unpleasant person, whether in the classroom or at work, just have their words go in one ear and out the other, because at this point everyone just needs an outlet to vent. This is my venting outlet right now. I am streaming and rambling to you guys, and you guys are saying stuff in the chat. Speaking of the chat, Cole says, honestly, I'm the same way. All Discord servers are muted except my roleplay ones. Which is 100% valid and fair. Monica says, meanwhile, I just full on doom scroll and depressed. That is unhealthy. But then at the same time, that is your choice to do so. And so that's something I'm learning to do myself, which is distance myself from social media or from apps that give me these depressing news. I just uninstalled Facebook today. I'm like, there's nothing good on Facebook. There's nothing that I care about on Facebook. I deleted it off my phone because I'm always on my phone. If anything, I can access Facebook on my computer if I want to post, you know, like something in my Black Veil Brides community page that I'm part of. Holy shit! Is this the same fucking Huntress? No fucking way, I think it is. This cannot be the same Huntress. This cannot be the same Huntress. But then again, she wouldn't recognize me because I'm Nicolas Cage and my username is blocked. But yeah, and Anthony says he sees world news everywhere, and I go, it's just social media. I would erase social media, but I like getting movie news and stuff. So try your best to cater your feeds. Like, I know, like, social media, like world events and stuff, is addicting because, you know, depressing, horrific things get our attention more than wholesome things. Because I feel like, okay, I'm not a psychologist. I'm just pulling words out of my ass, but like there's a reason why horror movies have an appeal. There's a reason why news cover depressing stuff. Is because it gets people's attention more. There's something addicting about hearing depressing news, even though it's unhealthy for us. It's an addiction. It's like a drug addiction or an alcohol addiction. Like, it's not good for us, but there's something addicting about it. And it's up to us to sort of like distance ourselves from that and detox and only like take it in moderation. Like, it's good to stay informed, but it's not good to like fucking bury yourself. So like, I mean, I just saw a video that says where you basically have to like detox yourself 24 hours. And like only look at depressing news like once a day. I'm sorry. No way. So I'm trying to do that, where I'm just trying to go at least 24 hours without looking at depressing news. And if I do, whether purposefully or on accident, I'm just going to reset that 24-hour timer. And I'm like, I just really want to go 24 hours without seeing anything about politics or world events or current events. Because, like, you already know the world is shit. We already know America sucks right now. And I just chose the worst time to decide I am transmasculine and I want to be a boy. But there's nothing wrong with like being aware of what's happening. But then you also just have to take care of yourself, because you're not doing yourself any favor by burying yourself in these news. It's the same thing with, you know, drinking or drugs. You know, those things aren't good for you. In moderation, sure, like, control yourself. But, like, I don't condone, you know, drugs. I've never taken drugs. I drink occasionally. But I've calmed down ever since I stopped talking to that one girl from summer break. But, like, moderation. You know, little amounts. I'm trying to be a good example. Tattoos are addicting. But then you have to, like, be careful with it, because those are permanent parts of your body. You can get laser removed, but, like, you're not gonna completely get rid of it unless you cover it up. Anthony says, Angry Orchard, my favorite cider brand is Strongbow. Angry Orchard is too bitter. It's not angry, it's bitter. Bitter Orchard. No fucking way. I feel like it's the same Huntress, and she is tired of my shit. But yeah, I'm just so tired of keeping up with world news, and I uninstalled Facebook because I can recognize that it's unhealthy for me. The thing is about me, what I've learned this year is how to cut off things that aren't good for me. And that could just be, like, Aaron, you know, people say it's my alter ego. I call it the person I want to be, because Aaron is the male name I want to go by. And, like, Aaron is just so tired of dealing with the shit that Nicole or Nikki has been forcing herself to go through. Aaron wants to start all over. And this year I've just been practicing cutting people off if they no longer bring me joy. That's why I've had a failed date every single month. And because, like, if the girl stopped talking to me, why should I be hung up on her, you know? Or if she's not bringing me happiness, why should I continue to pursue her? I like putting it in this way. I have a knife and I'm not afraid to use it. Knives don't necessarily have to be about stabbing people and killing people, okay? Knives are used for cutting off stuff, cutting ropes, cutting ties. So, yeah. Yeah, Justin says strongbow. When coincidence. I mean, there's a reason I like strongbow. And it's sweeter than Angry Orchard. What the fuck just happened? What is she doing? Anyways. I'm not gonna question it. These teammates are going off the rails. But yeah, what I like about Andy Black is that he just seems to stay out of it. And he's just like, fuck what other people say and do what makes you happy. And there should be something wrong. There shouldn't be anything wrong with that. As long as you're not hurting others. You know, as long as you're not bullying others. If you're just trying to mind your own damn business, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, I feel like people are too involved in other people's business. I mean, for me personally, I'm an open book. I'll answer any questions. I don't care. Like, just let people be. You know, I've had friends or former friends that seem to always want the moral high ground, and I'm just like, okay, man, you do you. You know? Because, like, why conform to other people? You're never gonna please everyone. And why should you care so much about what other people think of you if they don't really care about you anyways? Does it make sense? Because this is coming from a people pleaser. This is coming from someone, like, who just grew up trying to please everyone when that's not possible. You know, it's just stressful and there's no reward for it, really. You're just... like, to people please just makes you convenient for a short amount of time, but then there's no everlasting reward for it. So you might as well do whatever the fuck you want. She follows me. She's stupid. She's fucking stupid. But if I die to this dumb huntress, I'm gonna be so upset. Anthony says same. He's been nice his whole life. He's still nice now. And I'm trying to get this guy to toughen up and be like, Anthony, fuck what other people say. Fuck what I say. But to each their own. You know, as much as I can say whatever I want, but people are always free to do, or to do what's best for them at the end of the day. So if you want to keep doom scrolling, that's on you. Because I'm telling you not to doom scroll, but if you want to doom scroll, you know, that's your choice. And we're all free to choose whatever we want to do, you know? If people want to talk to certain people, that's up to them. But I'm just trying to wield a knife. That's the image that I'm holding in my head. Like, I like knives. And if there's a knife in my hand, I shouldn't be afraid to use it. And knives don't have to just be for killing people. Knives can just be used for simply cutting ropes, cutting ties. And just to lessen the weight of your shoulders, because I feel like we're all carrying a fuck ton of weight. Yeah, and I just made fun of that Huntress. Because I'm toxic. Okay, so we got Nicolas Cage. And then I think we have Sirius next. Yes, okay.
Yum.
Honestly, I don't like the new voice lines they're adding to the survivors. It just takes away from the fact that they've been in the fog for too long. All they know is to scream, basically. Which is kind of sad. But then it also, like, adds to the fact of, like, there's no in-game communication. Like, people have always wanted, like, an in-game chat for Dead by Daylight. Or, like proximity chat. And there's a reason that's not part of the game. Like, people don't understand the concept. Like, I played the earlier version of Dead by Daylight. I started playing this in 2017. And what I liked about this game is that it just seemed to be like you didn't know anything. So this was very early, you know. The game came out 2016 on PC and 2017 for console, which is when I started playing. And so I started playing, I think, like, around here, when we only had these many characters. And as you can see, the roster grew over the years. But it's like, what I liked about early Dead by Daylight is you just didn't know. And that was part of the game. Like, you didn't know who the killer was. Every killer had the same default terror radius chase music. And there's your teammates, like, right now it's on the left side of the screen, as you've probably recognized by now. But it used to be down here in the lower left, and they didn't have their icons. They didn't have their faces. So you didn't really know what your teammates look like if you weren't paying attention, and they introduced Legion, which is a killer that looks, from a distance, looks like another survivor. So if you weren't paying attention, suddenly the killer's up close. But then they, got rid of that concept very quickly. But I like the fact that in Dead by Daylight, you didn't know what your teammates were up to. Like, you need each other to survive. If you team up, you finish gens faster. You're with a teammate, they can heal you a lot faster. But, like, at the end of the day, when you survive, like, that's up to you. Like, you don't have to go back and save your teammate. It's not a team game. It's not like when you lose, your whole team lose. It's like, it's very individual. And I feel like that really puts in... It's a realistic type of horror survival setting, where it's like you work together just to survive, but then, I guess, at the very last moments of the game, it's like, will you sacrifice yourself or will you save yourself? Like, is it worth sacrificing yourself to save a teammate? Which is kind of shitty to think about. Holy shit, we got all the Witcher girls in here. Are you guys seeing this? Ciri? I don't know their names. Yennefer. Who's a redhead? I don't know either. I haven't played the games, and Anthony's going off with the Leon gasms. Triss. Oh, from Divergent. Anyways, I think this is cool. And then you got some basic ass bitch at the end. Anyways, but yeah, I haven't watched the show or played the games or read the books, but I feel like I should. I'm into medieval fantasy shit. I love swords. And people have recommended Witcher to me. All mediums. Just because it seems like my type of thing. And I agree. It's just that I suck at watching shows. And I don't really read books anymore, so I feel like my only option now is to play the games. But I'm focused on, Resident Evil and Dead by Daylight. So I think next year I can start. I can probably play Witcher. I don't know. Monica says we need to watch it. Yes! We do! I need to watch a lot of things. There's a lot of things I need to add to my list, and I am just... Stop slapping my ass! Holy shit. Thirsty ass bitch. Anyways. Yeah, there's a lot of things on my watch list. Witcher is one of them. But then Stranger Things is coming up. I feel like it's just that, Oh shit, it's Ghostface. It's Ghostface. No thanks, bro. No thanks, bro. Okay, I'm going down here. Anthony says he still has to rewatch Stranger Things seasons 3 and 4. You can get through those very quickly. In my personal hot take opinion, season 4 isn't really rewatchable. Like, it has shock value, but like, there's a lot of plot holes, and it bothers me. But that's just me. Ghostface is going to appear very soon. Yep. Oh wait, my exhaustion is still up. And I'm gonna hide in here until it's safe. Because I'm a one-hit down right now. Anthony says you rewatch Stranger Things Season 4 for Eddie. Chrissy, wake up. Yeah, the Five Nights at Freddy's house and Halloween Horror Nights took place in the same location that the Stranger Things house took place, which is funny. Okay, I'm no longer a one-hit down, so I'm good. You got all the Witcher girls here on the Silent Hill map. Only in Dead by Daylight is this possible. Oh right, after this I have to go through the rest of the Leon cosmetics. Or I can be here until my Zyrtec kicks in. I took an allergy pill because I'm experiencing rashes because I used trans tape over the weekend at Horror Nights. Oh shit! Okay, well, he got me there. Oh, she tried. She tried. Okay, chat, for those who know Witcher in any medium, book, game, show, whatever, give me something to look forward to. Who do you think my favorite character will be? Just so I can hyper-focus on that character. No, my question first, Anthony. I better not being chased, I swear. Anthony says Siri, she's a badass. This girl right here. Anthony's asking, would I rather watch the new Demon Slayer movie or watch the Snow White live action on repeat? I'll watch the new Demon Slayer movie just because I watched season 1 to impress a boy. And I'm so glad I'm over men. Because, holy shit, that was embarrassing. Vivian loves the new Demon Slayer movie. Okay, you and Anthony talk about it in the chat, because Anthony watched it over the weekend. I mean, I don't doubt that it's good. I mean, Demon Slayer seems to be very popular. It's just that it does not hold fond memories for me. Oh, Yennefer with the flashlight save. She was holding a flashlight, she didn't do anything with it. Probably Siri. Okay. If you guys say so. This girl right here. I mean, if you say so. I mean, you know a story's good when they make you like an unlikable character. Ciri has good character growth. Cool. But of course Monica likes Geralt best, and we all know why. Henry Cavill. I saw Liam Hemsworth, and I was like, no. Poor Liam. I mean, like, after... Well, first of all, Gale... I was about to say Gale Hemsworth. Gale from the Hunger Games is an example of an extreme person. And after Liam's thing with Miley Cyrus and the whole Flowers song, like... I don't know, and just going from Henry Cavill to Liam Hemsworth for the same character, there's just something off about it. Oh, poor Ghostface, we all survived. Monica says the one time Netflix should have cancelled something. Netflix is not cancelling the right shows. The new Harry Potter reboot, is that Netflix? I feel like they should cancel that. Anthony says we should all boycott the new Witcher season. I mean, I'm not watching anything anyways. So, you all can boycott that. See, do I want to play Blood? I can... Okay, hold on. He said to start from Carlos. We're gonna start from Carlos and work our way down. Yes. Yeah, I want to use my fog vials. Fog vials are so fun. The new Harry Potter's HBO. It's unfortunate. So, like, Anthony and I went to Horror Nights over the weekend, and we, it was at Universal Studios, so of course we went to Harry Potter World. Because I still enjoy the rides. And so it's like, we were walking through Hogwarts Castle, and we're looking at, the live portraits and everything. And I just told Anthony, imagine recasting all these people. Like, I know there's controversy with J.K. Rowling, and, and her, like, anti-trans agenda, and people are theorizing that the whole reason she's rebooting Harry Potter when it doesn't need a reboot is because her main cast disagree with her. Because her main cast are all advocates for trans rights, which goes against her, and since the main cast, the original cast, don't want to work with her anymore, she's just getting new people. So she can continue to produce Harry Potter content and fund her anti-trans agenda. The thing about me, the weird thing about me as a trans masculine person is because, like, growing up, I was already told not to watch Harry Potter, like, read, be a Harry Potter fan. Wow, Anthony, look, it's you and me. Anyways, like, growing up as a kid, I wasn't allowed to like Harry Potter because I was in a Christian family. I mean, I'm still Christian now, but I'm not a Christian nationalist. I'm a very weird person. I can elaborate if people want to hear more. I'm an open book. I will explain anything that you guys want me to explain. And so, like, I was already told not to like Harry Potter because as Christians, we're not supposed to support black magic, like witchcraft and stuff. And then I would tell this to my friends, and my friends would be like, no, you should be able to like whatever you want. And I'm like, okay. And so I really rebelled against my dad and liked Harry Potter, and Harry Potter had been a comfort place for me in 2018 when my Especially after the friend betrayal that I experienced, Harry Potter was my escape. And then suddenly, J.K. Rowling is anti-trans, and then I have some friends taking the moral high ground, saying, "Oh, I'm no longer going to support Harry Potter." And then I'm just like, wow, for once, the Christian community and the trans rights community can agree on something, that they both like Harry Potter. But it's so funny because Christians don't like trans people anyways. And I'm a Christian trans person, which is also very weird, a very weird contradiction. And so it's like, okay, there's some hypocrisy here. If I tell my friends, oh, my dad won't let me like Harry Potter because we're Christians, my friends tell me I can like whatever I want. But then when those friends say, oh, don't like Harry Potter because it goes against trans rights, I'm like, hold on, so you want me to go against my Christian beliefs and not against, you know, the trans rights things. So at that point, I just stopped caring about what other people think, and I'm going to enjoy what I enjoy because I know how much Harry Potter meant to me. And I'm like, okay, I can't like Harry Potter because I'm Christian. Can't like Harry Potter because I'm trans. That's very weird. But okay. Anyways, we're on the Raccoon City map, which is great. I love this map. I feel at home, except I'm in the wrong body. But ironically, I do look a lot more like Carlos than Leon, which is unfortunate. Anyways, Monica says, I think still liking Harry Potter is okay, but financially supporting is the problem. Like, read the books, watch the movies, but like J.K. Rowling is literally using the money to fund anti-trans things. Yeah, which is fair, and like, I feel like at this point, I've bought everything that I wanted to buy. I mean, when Anthony and I were at the Harry Potter World at Universal Studios, I'm like, I don't really want to buy anything here anymore. I feel like I've already bought all the things I wanted, and the merch is kind of mid anyways. So, yeah, and then as for the movies, just pirate the movies. That's what I did when I first watched them back in 2018. Anthony says, yeah, separate the art from the artist, because a lot of classic, well-beloved stories have problematic authors. No, that's a palette. If Trapper goes after me first, I'm gonna be so mad. Justin says, yeah, honestly, I've really gone to Harry Potter recently, but everything behind it is its own story compared to liking the world created. I'm sorry, let me process that. I was running for my life and I got trapped. Everything behind it is its own story compared to liking the world created. Monica says, so you're doing it right then anyways, and Anthony says, like, well, Disney was no angel, but everyone loves Disney. Yeah, and Disney, you know, like, there were reports that Disney has funded anti-LGBT bills. And so it's like, where's the controversy there? Because like, there's just these entities that are so large, it's nearly impossible to make them collapse unless everyone can collectively agree on them. But, just enjoy what you enjoy. Like with Harry Potter, maybe not buy the books, but, you know, borrow from a library, I guess. Because, like, my issue with, you know, art and artists and supporting books, it's like, you don't want to support someone... Wait, hold on, let me word this correctly. Because sometimes there are people that write books, and those books aren't honestly great, but you're gonna pretend it's great because the person has better... Hold on. I'm going to say something, and this could probably be used against me when I didn't intend to say it at all. Hold on. This is a stressful game. Because, like, it goes... with the obligation thing again, where you like someone, and like it's fair and valid to like someone if they share the same beliefs as you, but if you don't like the thing they're producing, then why force yourself to enjoy it, or why pretend to enjoy it? Does that make sense? I can't concentrate. Hold on. This trapper is putting traps fucking everywhere. Like, you have a friend, right? You have a really good friend, and then they make food for you. It's not your favorite food, and the food sucks. But if you say you like it, they're gonna keep making that food for you, and then you're going to suffer because of it. And then you're gonna grow resentful, because you're forcing yourself to enjoy something that you don't genuinely enjoy. Does that make sense? I can even use my own stream for an example. You guys can be here. Maybe because you like me as a person, for some reason. Like, you're here. I'm not forcing you to be here. I'm forcing Anthony to be here, but Anthony's a special case. But you all can just log off if you don't like the content. Like, why are you forcing yourself to be here? Like, I appreciate your company. And I appreciate your involvement in the chat. But if you don't like Dead by Daylight, or if you don't like the content I'm creating, then why are you spending time here? Not that I don't appreciate you guys, but you guys should genuinely be doing things that you enjoy. That's what I'm advocating for. Oh, right, Monica said something. Sorry. I feel like the problem is Disney is a brand, the biggest one ever, with a ton of people working there, but Harry Potter's more just like one person. And Anthony says, yeah, I get that. Yeah, which makes sense. I mean, Disney has been around longer, and Disney does appeal to, you know, children a lot more. And Harry Potter has been a lot more controversial, and Disneyland does have the parks, and I guess, because there's no Harry Potter park, there's just a Harry Potter world that is in a bigger park. I don't know. I'm just trying to enjoy what I enjoy. And my friends, if they can believe whatever they want to believe, because they are the ones who told me first that I can enjoy whatever I want to enjoy. I mean, at least I don't have a Harry Potter tattoo, right? I feel like it's just I've worked so hard to rebel against my dad, to enjoy Harry Potter, and to just try to enjoy it. And so to have the other side say, oh, don't enjoy it for these reasons, I'm like, wow, no one's advocating for Harry Potter. And so I just feel like the new show is going to fizzle out. The Harry Potter hype isn't as big as it was like a decade ago. You know, a lot of millennials especially are moving away from Harry Potter, and I don't feel like kids are being brought up on Harry Potter. If anything, people are advocating for Percy Jackson, which is Greek mythology, so that's cool. But it's like, I don't think this show is going to stand. I don't think it'll do well. Especially when once they recycled an actor, it's like, okay, what's the point of this show, right? And then it just sort of makes it obvious what the point of the reboot is. But yeah, I'm just trying to enjoy what I enjoy. I mean, like, I feel like this entire year, I already felt this back in January and February. I felt like this year was me healing my inner angry teenager. Which is a very new concept that I saw trending on social media like Instagram and TikTok. Because, you know, people talk about the inner child. You know, healing your inner child. Being that adult that you needed when you were a kid. And enjoying things that you didn't get to enjoy as a kid. That's why there's so many reboots and nostalgia things, because we feel nostalgic for an age that we felt the most comfort in, and now that we're adults with money, we can like pay for these things that we didn't get to enjoy as kids when we were growing up. And then people just like I was introduced to this concept like late last year, the inner angry teenager. And I find that concept very interesting because like I do have an inner angry teenager, and I felt like he came out this year. And I feel like that's where a majority of this trans masculinity is coming from, because I remember, especially middle school, I hated being a girl. I really wanted to be a boy. Like, I skipped sex ed because I didn't want to know how my female body was different from a male's body. That's how bad it was. The only reason I accepted being a girl was because of Katniss. I read The Hunger Games near the end of 8th grade, and then, you know, the movie came out 9th grade, and Katniss just made it bearable for me to be a girl. Like, I wore the braid and everything, and people called me Katniss, but then Katniss was honestly very short-lived. Because Katniss had a very iconic look. You know Katniss, like, just her braid, her pin, everything. She is a very easily identifiable character. But the fictional character that resonated the most with me throughout high school was Tobias Eaton from Divergent. Divergent was the series that resonated with me the most. It affected how I viewed mental health and bravery, and I valued bravery because of Divergent, because of Tobias. But no one was calling me that, because Tobias doesn't really have any distinguishable features aside from his back tattoo. But like, I'm not gonna walk around shirtless. He didn't even walk around shirtless. Tobias was just an average man who wore all black. But he resonated with me the most. He was the fictional character that resonated with me the most, but people still called me Katniss. And so it's just the fact that I resonate with a male character. And it's like, I can look up to Rey, but then I still went back to looking like Kylo. So it's like, my default setting was always relating to the male character. And growing up, and what I've been trying to learn this year is like, I didn't have crushes on these fictional male characters. I was trying to be like them. Because if you have a crush on someone, you want to look like someone that would appeal to them. You know, you want to look like their love interest, not look like them. That's weird. Because people don't fall in love with themselves unless they're Gaston. But I'm not Gaston. Ooh. You better fucking kick that gen, I swear. Yeah. Get blinded. Anyways. So anyways, my inner angry teenager. This year I've just been enjoying things that I know my inner teenage self would have enjoyed. Comic books. And metal, rock music. And horror movies. Which were all things I've been kept away from when I was younger. I was kept away from comic books because they were considered picture books and therefore below my reading level. Because I was a smart kid. Not to flex, I was a smart kid, and I was always told to challenge myself in reading and read higher level books. So I never touched a comic book until college, when it was assigned reading. And then it's recently, I'm getting into comic books, and I'm realizing, like, there is value in comic books because there's an art to it. You know, it's not just a picture book. You have to pick the frame, and the angle, and the expression, and the words, the dialogue. Like, you have to be very particular in what you put on the page. Compared to a novel, like, you can put a, like, word soup, is that what they call it? Like, you can put a bunch of words on the page. People can skim over that easily. But then with comic books, you have to be very particular with what you put on the page. Because every frame, every panel matters. And then with metal and rock music, like, I've been obsessed with Black Veil Brides. since February. I've been listening to their songs nonstop. And there's a reason that appeals to me. It's like, I feel like Black Veil Brides just appeals to a part of myself that I've neglected for so long. And the reason why I like Black Veil Brides music is because they aren't singing about love songs. Andy doesn't sing about love songs. It's about the self. It's about the individual. And I just find it very empowering, and I find it refreshing and a good distraction from all those songs singing about relationships and breakups and sex and cheating and all that. And like, especially screaming, the scream singing. It's a very good stress reliever. It gives me an outlet. It like, because screaming does help relieve stress and tension, and scream singing gives you that focused outlet, you know, like it gives you that outlet and that focus to like just let it out. And so I think that's why whenever like Black Veil Brides music has pulled me out of anxiety attacks and mental breakdowns. Like I recall a day where I just broke down under all the stress that has happened over a short amount of time. And I was home alone, and I just decided to play Black Veil Brides music full volume, scream along to it, and I felt so much better within the hour. So, there's that. And also horror movies, which is another thing my dad kept away from me, but then horror movies just... I need to study the psychology behind what makes horror movies so appealing. It could just be because, you know, it gives you that thrill, but then it also in a controlled environment. These horror movies can't hurt you. And at the end of the day, these horror movies are fiction. Who is he healing? Hello. Okay. He's using the Force, I guess. I'm not gonna question that. Don't look here. I want to get rid of this purple bubble over my head. I don't like that face at all. I'm hiding in here. If he finds me in here, he has an aura reading perk. Where'd that fucker go? Oh, Vivian says, I think the adrenaline from a horror movie and the idea of surviving it, releasing the reward hormone makes it appealing. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. I wish I studied psychology more. And I feel like the same concept can be applied to horror games. You know, I survived this horror game. And because, like, in a real life situation, I'm not surviving any of this shit. I can't run to save my life. My endurance sucks. Even in school, I've always been the slowest runner. But, like, here, you know, in horror video games, you know, Leon can run for miles. Holy shit. Did we 3-gen ourselves? Oh my gosh. Then says, because I read somewhere that our brains can't tell the difference between something that happens in fiction and real life.
Want some candy?
No, I don't want candy. So the emotions are sort of reacted the same way. No fucking way! Quentin saved my life. Quentin Smith saved Leon Kennedy. I'm not going to the main building because the hatch, or the basement is there. Vivian also says, so when we read angst, we feel our heartstrings being tugged because the feeling carries through to reality. Which makes a lot of sense. So like, I'm not sure how familiar you are with the Divergent series. I recommend reading the first book, but not the rest of the books. So I just said how I relate to Tobias, which is, you know, the male love interest. Spoiler alert, but this book did come out in November 2013, so... Triss dies. You know, the main girl protagonist dies. And when she died, as a Tobias role player, I felt that. I felt like my girlfriend died. And then later on in the year, I met a girl who role-played as Triss, you know, the girl. And so when she and I, like, broke up and stopped talking, I felt like Triss was dying all over again. And it was just this constant, repeated trauma. And it fucking sucked. Yo, goth girl! Can we fucking heal each other? Thank you. And yeah, Anthony agrees that the first Divergent book was really good. And it was. But the rest of the book series was just kind of messy. But yeah, and I feel like this goes back to what I was talking to about earlier with current events. Because I saw a video, or like by a psychologist or something, that we can't tell the difference between something happening to us and something happening near us. So it's the same concept of like, you know, constantly doom scrolling and looking at current events and world news. It's like, it's not directly happening to us, but it feels so close and real to us that, like, it's constantly traumatizing us, and it is affecting our brain. So that's why that's why I personally am trying to limit how much bad news I see. Because that's gonna be everywhere in social media. So that's why I uninstalled Facebook, because I don't need to constantly see this shit. I'm already just being aware that it's happening, that all this horrible things is happening is enough. But like, until it currently is happening to me, I need to give myself that break. Better not come here, I swear. Goth Girl isn't gonna make it out of this live. I don't know if I'm gonna make it out alive. Wow, I made it! Holy shit, I survived a horror game. Doesn't mean I'll survive real life. I didn't even reveal my gamer tag, so no one's questioning about what happened on September 30th, 1998. I'll go back to that. What's our next Leon? Vendetta Leon. I deserve a treat. Every time I win, I'm going to get a level on a blood web for Leon. I need more fog vials. Decreases the expansion time by 1 second. I don't need that. I did so much talking tonight, y'all. Oh, it's gonna rain tomorrow. That's cool. It's about time we got, like, gloomy weather at this point. Because I live in SoCal, for those who don't know. And I feel like our summer was bumped up 1 or 2 months. Because you always consider summer months to be, you know, June, July, August. And then starting September, that's when, you know, fall occurs. But here in SoCal, like, I feel like summer extends through September and October. Like, because those months are hot. Like, it is dry and it's hot, and it's like there's risks of wildfires around that time. And it doesn't cool down until November. Which sucks, because in Halloween, I like dressing up with costumes that have layers and long sleeves. So, I'm going to fucking suffer. I'm going to Oogie Boogie Bash this Sunday with my cousins. It's my first Oogie Boogie Bash event. I haven't been before. My cousins are dressing up as Monsters, Inc. characters. I could go as Randall, because I feel like if I had to be a Monsters, Inc. character, it would be Randall. But I'm going as Jim Hawkins, because I feel like that would be very cool of me. I feel like I can pull it off with his hair. I do have the undercut. And the curtain bangs, if I can style it correctly. So yeah. Oh my gosh. Anyways, let me pull up the chat to see if anyone questions my gamer tag, and I can go off like a sleeper agent. Anyways. But then for actual Halloween, like who I'm gonna be dressing up as at the front office, it's not gonna be Jim Hawkins. Jim Hawkins is just convenient because, like, I'm not gonna dress up as a princess anymore this year. My first choice was Flynn Rider, but when I learned that Mother Gothel wasn't going to be one of the villains making an appearance at Oogie Boogie Bash this year, it's like, okay, what's the point? So I figured I would go as Jim Hawkins. You know, he's a solo character, he doesn't have a love interest, and those who would recognize me would probably be very excited to see me, I think. I'm still trying to decide who I want to be for actual Halloween, like at the front office. I'm thinking between Levi Ackerman from Attack on Titan or Jason Todd, you know, Red Hood. I'm feeling Levi Ackerman a little bit more, and I'm trying to convince my brother to dress up as Commander Irvin. Because I just think that would be funny. And I also just want to tell my brother to give up on his dream and die, but I'm height accurate, Levi. Like, Levi's 5'3", and that's my height when I wear my Doc Martens. So. I feel like after this game, I'm gonna play one more game and I can call it a night. I did say that I took an allergy pill to help with the rashes that I developed from wearing trans tape for the whole day on Saturday. So, and the trans tape, for those who don't know, it's a gender affirming thing. It's just to help flatten my chest. It's a lot more breathable than wearing a chest binder. But the thing is, I have very sensitive skin, especially when it comes to adhesive. So I have to be very careful with it. I can't use it all the time, which sucks. And I also can't wear a chest binder all the time, which also sucks because that can damage your ribs. But trans tape, there's a pro and con to everything. And I'm just doing the best I can. I picked the worst possible year to determine that, yeah, I want to embrace this trans-masculine journey. I really did. Like I said, I really did. And it sucks because I'm suffering twice as much. And I told my therapist, like, I feel like I selected to play this game in hard mode without knowing the game. Like, I opened Resident Evil and decided to play in professional hardcore mode. Anthony says I have a bright future ahead of me. Yeah, and by bright, it looks like the fiery pits of hell, most like. But, I brought this up to my therapist, and my therapist says to not see it like that, and to see it more like Aaron is getting ready to come out. And so now I'm like, well, thanks a lot, Aaron, for picking the worst time to come out. I feel like I'm still in my cocoon stage, and I'm like, I need to wait for a safe environment before spreading my bright blue butterfly wings and flying away from all this bullshit. I feel like I need to move to the East Coast. I feel like I have friends. I have more friends in the East Coast than I do here. Monica, East Coast. Yeah, Monica, how about you, me, and Anthony just split a 3-bedroom apartment house together? I feel like the 3 of us can afford it. I'll work at a school district, Anthony will work in security, and we can afford a 3-bedroom rent, right? I'm down. I mean, New York is a progressive state. And Anthony likes New York. I've never been, but oh my gosh. But yeah, I believe we can do it. Once I pay off my car, once I'm done paying off my car, I'm going to sell it. Then we're going to, Anthony, you and I are gonna move to New York. You, me, and Monica are going to find a 3-bedroom apartment or house or whatever. I'm going to invest in a motorcycle. And we are just going to try our best to survive together. New York City is nice, but super crowded, Monica says. Not the city, that's too much. Yeah, Anthony, and New York City is where all the alien attacks happen. So somewhere like San Diego. I like living near the beach. Oh right, that's right, Adam Driver lives in Manhattan. Monica says she lives in a lake town. I'm honestly not used to lakes. There's not a lot of lakes here in San Diego. We're beach people. Wow. The bear really got blinded and stunned, and I released a fog vial on him. That was hilarious. Yeah, I'm not really used to lakes and ponds. Just because, as a San Diegan, we're beach people. It's a body of water. I can get used to it. Ponds and lakes are definitely different. Well, yeah, they are. Yeah, it's fine. I'm sure I can adjust. I just feel like I need to get away from here. Lake Champlain? Champlain. Champlain. How do you pronounce that? Is it like champion or like champagne? Champagne. Okay, so Champlain. That's fancy. That's one angry bear. I really hope the basement isn't here. Where's the bear? I mean, my teammates are almost done with their gen anyway, so if I can just waste this guy's time. Shit. The flip that Leon just did was hilarious. This is my first hook, though. So I just hope my teammates don't leave me behind. There's a gate right here. Monica says Lake Champlain was named after a French guy, so it makes sense. That makes perfect sense. Of course it was. I feel like the East Coast gets a lot of European immigrants, whereas the West Coast gets a lot of Asian immigrants, which makes sense if you look at the map geographically. Someone save me, please. Where's this guy going? Hey! The gates are over here. Yeah, I was about to say he better not trap us in here. I'm not gonna make it. 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 Holy shit, my teammates pulled through for me. My teammates pulled through. Wow, 2 goth girls healing Leon S. Kennedy. Only in Dead by Daylight. Quentin... Anthony says, but I'd rather live in New York or England. England. I'm sorry. I have a calling there. Apparently my great-grandfather is a white British man. And I have family that actually lives in England. And I'm so mad about it. Monica says amazing, but here I am acting stupid. Wait, Quentin escaped. Quentin, get your ass over here. No, Quentin! No! Yes, Quentin! Yes! Holy shit! Wow! These goth girls are, like, super girls. I don't think the bear appreciated that, but, wow, these goth girls, like, came in clutch. I gave them both thumbs up. What a good team. Quentin was questionable. It was those, goth girls that were such good players. Holy shit. I feel like they were working together. Okay. Is this my last game? I mean, time check. It is 10:51. And I've been streaming for an hour and 30 minutes at this point, so. Cool. Okay, so this is my last game. It's Leon S. Kennedy. Oh yeah, speaking of Resident Evil 4. I want to stream Resident Evil 4 Remake in one go on Friday the 26th. Or the 27th, so I can start earlier in the day, and not like, end my stream at 3 in the morning. I don't want to split it up, just because I don't want to dress up at 3 different times. I can't do it this Friday because Anthony is going to Horror Nights again, round 2, by himself. This Saturday, I'm gonna be busy preparing for Oogie Boogie Bash the next day. Next Friday, the 26th, I have a tattoo appointment. And so I want to get Resident Evil 4 Remake done this month. And so I feel like Saturday the 27th is okay, because then I could start maybe at 4 p.m. And it's gonna be an 8-hour stream, because that's 6 hours of gameplay and 2 hours of cutscenes. So I can start at 4 and try to complete it by midnight. And yeah. And then in October, not only will I be stressing out over Inktober, but I will be playing Resident Evil 5 for the first time. So I'm going to try to find a schedule to fit that. But yeah. Also for movie night on Tuesdays, for those who don't know, every Tuesday on my Discord server, Anthony and I host movie nights at 9:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's a new method that I came up with to give myself dedicated time to work on a personal novel that I've been procrastinating on since 2018, 2019. And so if you want to join us for movie nights, you can. If you don't want to, it's fine, but the movie will be playing there whenever you want to join. We are watching on this Tuesday, this upcoming Tuesday, the 23rd, because Monica cannot make it. Anthony and I agreed to just watch Welcome to Raccoon City with Avon Jogia as Leon. Which I actually like that Leon, because it helps me believe that I can be Leon too, even though he looks like Carlos. And then on September 30th, we'll be watching Man of Steel. And then in October, we're watching, like, family-friendly Halloween movies, like movies that would be shown, you know, on Disney Channel or Cartoon Network. I have a list. So we've agreed throughout October, and, you know, there's only like 4 Tuesdays in October. We have Hocus Pocus, Haunted Mansion, the early 2001s with Eddie Murphy. I guess Frankenweenie and Halloween Town. We want to watch Monster House, but then we have to rent that. We have to pay money for that. So unless everyone wants to donate $1, we are not watching Monster House, unfortunately. But Frankenweenie and Halloween Town, they're on Disney+, and Anthony and I have that streaming service. I really want to watch Phantom of the Megaplex, just because that's my favorite Disney Channel original Halloween movie. So I will force that in there, probably. But we'll see. We'll feel out the vibes. Oh, we have James! Anthony's your boy James. And Rebecca, Laura Croft, and Lee. There is not a single original character in this lobby. These are all licensed people. James looks so done with us. Monica says, I need to see if I can figure out how to play on my computer so I can help you. Like, actually play with me, or just guide me throughout my stream? And Anthony says, sounds like a plan. Whatever I just rambled on about. Cool. Cool. Okay, this is my last game for the night. It took us 5 minutes to find a game, y'all. Everyone just booked it after, 2v8. Monica says, well, if you want to play it together. If you don't mind that being on live stream. Do you... Okay, on average, about how long did it take you to finish Resident Evil 5? So I know whether to split it up into a Monday, Wednesday, Friday stream, or to just play it all in one go on a Friday or Saturday. 5 hours-ish? Does that include cutscenes? That sounds like a short game. I mean, if you already know... Oh shit. I mean, I guess if you already know, what to do, it would be a short game. Anthony says he played Resident Evil 5 the other day, but he kept dying, so he gave up. Wow. In that case, Anthony, do me a favor and watch a playthrough. Monica says it's like partially I don't watch most of them anymore. Oh, okay. Rebecca, you have to move. Monica says, do you just have the game or through Steam? I got it through Steam. Would that affect us playing together? Because I feel like if we play together, we can get through the game a lot more quicker. That's good because I was like lost where to get it. Oh, yeah, just through Steam. Because I mean, like as a PC player, I try to get a lot of my games through Steam first. James, go on the other side, man. Why do you just shake your head at me? James, you have a fucking flashlight. Wow, our teammates aren't as great as last game. Oh, glowing totem. We haven't even gotten a gen done! Can't even get a gen done. I'm not making it out of this game alive. I lost track of how many times I survived and died tonight. All I know is that I was playing as certain characters and my allergy pill is kicking in now. Okay, thanks, Rebecca. I'm going to branch out. I'm going to work on a gen. Never mind. Teammates are dropping like flies. Monica says, as long as it runs okay, she should be able to play. Okay. I mean, I'm assuming you played it the first time on console? I mean, I'm sure it will be fine if we both have the game through Steam. I shouldn't have let go. Yeah, the PS3 version and the Switch version. Okay. Rebecca, are you going after the save or not? Okay. This is gonna take forever. I feel like I should have played Resident Evil 0 and 1. But I just decided very late on when to play my Resident Evil games. I think I didn't decide it until Resident Evil 9 was announced. So, Blight got rid of Lara Croft and James from Silent Hill. And all that's remaining are the Resident Evil characters. Well, Rebecca's on her own. At least I got a gen done. But I think we were sticking around that area way too much. Well, this is how I'm ending my night. This is how I feel. Mentally and emotionally. Well, this wasn't the worst game. This wasn't the worst night. I remember there was a night where I lost like 6 games in a row, and it was not just getting better. Okay, let's give all these blood points to Steve since we're trying to get this guy to Prestige 100. And then we're gonna give the leftover blood points to Leon. Okay. Cool. So I have another Halloween weekend coming up. I'm celebrating Halloween in September, because October I'm just gonna be drowning in Inktober. But thanks for joining me tonight and putting up with my rambling. For sticking around and keeping me company. You all have a good weekend. I will see you Monday, 9:20 at night, and we're gonna be playing Dead by Daylight, because I don't know what else you expect from me. But yeah, Resident Evil 4 Remake will most likely be on the 27th, just because I feel like I'm going to pass out right after my tattoo appointment on Friday the 26th. But yeah, have a good night, sweet dreams. Don't let the zombies bite.